I'm paying the almost beside a price, so I don't buy a money. Keep down the money. And it's a association where affiliate. It's been over a year since we launched this association, and we have certain individuals and certain influential people in our country that have to officially introduce ourselves to them, and then let them know that we exist, and then they also introduce what they do to us. The first person who appears to be Mr. Siaw, CEO of Zoomline, and Agyepong, please let's put our hands together. He's actually one of our patrons. We have a couple of people who will be behind this association to advise us, to direct us, and to be like our backbone. Mr. Siaw Agyepong. So this morning we decided to come and pay a courtesy call on him, officially introduce ourselves to him, and then if he has any advice or anything he wants to tell us, now I can share him. So basically that is why we are here this morning. Thank you very much. Maybe can I friend the General Secretary, Agyepong, one brief history about the New Media Association, because we want to introduce ourselves to them.
Just Doctor. The New Media Association of Ghana is a digital, or let's say a group of media influencers as well as bloggers, content creators that have come together to create a platform that would be able to guide the ethical doings of what media stands for. The New Media Association of Ghana was founded to unite professionals in the digital media landscapes, including bloggers, content creators, online journalists, influencers, as well as digital communicators. Our goal is to promote the ethical standards and professionalism, as well as innovation in the ever-evolving media landscape. We officially launched in 2024, somewhere in January. I think we're a year and some, January 2nd. We're a year and some few weeks old. I think that's an achievement we need to be able to clap for. Since that launch, we've been able to gather approximately 130 members across the country, and that is a great achievement as well. And so, as we are here today to officially pay a courtesy call on our patron, who is in the name of Dr. Agyepong, I would urge that we also, as media professionals, live by our ethical standards and as well as embrace this new dawn that we find ourselves in. Thank you very much.
For them to also, for him as one of our patrons, was to advise us, and then whatever he wants to tell us as an association of which we apply, not also apply. So basically, we are paying a courtesy call on one of our patrons, and then an official introduction of the association. So I'll start. Please, in front of everybody, in front of my members and everybody, said we would wish that we have this conference room as our permanent meeting place, so that it will help us as an association. We don't have an office yet, and we are requesting if we can get this place. We don't meet too often, at least once a month. We will need to look officially. We are requesting, say, which many had their meetings are. We'll be very happy about it. Secondly, the association has some events that will be organizing. We're going to do new media games. We're going to do new media awards. We're going to award ourselves. And we have a couple of things coming up. I'm also putting it across Dr. Sese, do not see a sponsorship letter bar. And also, and I'm for anyone, this is how we're going to be able to work together as both parties. This is another request I'm putting across. And then another thing too is that I know Dr. does a lot when it comes to training, survey training, or organizing training among your members, so that we can enhance our knowledge about what we do. Sometimes, even outside Ghana, we're requesting that if there's such opportunities, I also, as an association, you know, our clients and their members, you know, will be more equipped with advanced technologies, AI, and all that. And that's another thing that we are putting across for doctors' consideration. And secondly, on the other side, we would also be happy to liaise with Zoom Lion digital departments, or online departments, more handle on social media department. And I'm sure we are on the grounds. There's a lot of information we can help with when it comes to that department. We are sure we do have maybe there are some opportunities there, or some information that we can also impact the employees there. And, that's another thing that I would also want to mention. And, for now, I'm fancy and thank you very much.
Communications manager, chief. Anyhow, the more important assignment has taken her to classes, so she's not here at the moment. And then we have our sister, Miss Emma Osebia. She handles Blue Lion Communications. She's the director of communications and corporate affairs, Blue Lion Ghana Limited. Then we have Mr. Morgan Appa. I think you know Morgan. He's also our communications manager at Blue Lion. Then we have Patricia Furiata. All know Pat. She's also been in the communications department for 17 years now. Always working for us. We have Mr. James Devon. So James is also an assistant communications manager. We have Tina, an assistant communications manager. Yes, Tina's team. She's an assistant. She's also in the communications department. And then we have Mr. Agyepong, one of our top photographers and social media. It's also that's one of the things to do. We have Strive, he's on his way, he handles our digital media, so you get to know him. And then we have Mr. Idris, yes, a kid on the block, communications officer, he's very good. So this is the team here, Doctor, right now, we are very good. We have the party with thank you very much. Thank you, top photographers. Thank you.
Can he survive? What is dependable? Was it the future of the blogger? What even causes him to call himself a blogger? I want to know the nitty-gritties of the blogger so that I can speak well.
Very deep.
So I'll direct this to my communication people, Amy Baba and David Maoli. So Amy, explain to Doctor from your perspective,
Yes.
And then maybe if anybody has anything to contribute, you can take the microphone around. Let's make Doctor understand today. But from my perspective, blogging for me, or from how I do it, I'll call it a more deep journalism from a personal point of view. That's how I'll put everything down. How I do my own, I see it as a modern day journalism online from a personal point of view. And how they took on. Whatever you want to say is what you put there. It's not like the traditional media where you have some direction of a radio station or a media house that you have to do. This one basically boils down to an individual and how they want to project the information in the from my perspective.
Yes.
And let me give Doctor a little scope of the kind of people we are here. Look, the average person here has between 10,000 to 1 point something to 3 million followers on social media across the world. Just a post from this room by my members can cause problem in Ghana. And that's a fact.
Huge.
The people here are very extra influential, very, very influential. We are not your ordinary student type people, but trust me, we are very, 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 very influential. We are imagine all of us putting our powers together. We are very influential, and that is how come we have decided to come together and make ourselves even more powerful, and to be able to sit on the table with people like you and tell us what you can do for us and also share our problems with you. Basically, that's how I would explain.
Yes, so is someone who writes to publish content specifically to a topic. We have different type of bloggers that would operate on their own basis, which technically we call them niche based. So you realize individuals posting content online that has to do with environmental issues, sanitation issues, health issues, entertainment-wise. And so any individual that is able to impact, share information with a specific content to educate audience online is classified as a blogger, and that is who a blogger is professional-wise. Thank you.
Actually cause good or bad, which is true. And again, I think in this part of our blogging is one of the is a huge profession now. We have bloggers who and more than bunkers, if I'm right to say that. And that it's a fact. Because now the job has become more of more professional, more noble. People actually aspire to become bloggers. So I think
It's I take it as a singular honor to, first of all, thank you very much for this meeting. Today is Saturday, where there are so many activities. But for you to choose a day like this, for us to have a discussion like this, I acknowledge it. And then also to the organizers, Patricia and the communication department that organized this meeting. I have so many engagements, but when I heard about this meeting, I chose to, let's say, increase space for us to meet. First of all, the idea for all of you to come together is a lovely one. Even where 2 or 3 people have agreed to come together, is for a good cause. One, it brings success, it brings development, it brings unity and growth. So when 2 or 3 or 4 people are doing similar things and they agree to come together, you cannot imagine what will happen. So the understanding that I've just got about a blogger to be an influential person, meaning that influential means that you can cause effect, either negative or positive. Then, if all influencers have come together, the effect that they can cause is a great one. Very, very, very good one. So I want to thank you very much for the idea of coming together. I would like to share just a motivational talk to all of you. And I see that all of you here are young ones. As also I am young. I think young people will all want to share a story. A story. And the story is what tells, mostly, story tells issues better. For you to have the clarity. Zoom Lion started with a manual tricycle. I want to have the picture of the manual tricycle. This is how Zoom Lion started. This hotel started as a tricycle. Everything you have seen in Zoom Lion is a tricycle. When we started, we never had the idea that we will get to this level. When we were having this idea of tricycle, this hotel was not manual. I just want you to have a knowledge about the potential that you have, so that today you become a next level of a blogger. People coming into business. As for Ghana, once one person starts something, everybody want to join. Everybody, you can just go and then create your blogger today. But what will make you a distinct blogger is what I humbly want to share with you. The idea. When we started with tricycle, and by God's own design, He brought the dream, He brought it. I've never gone to any waste management school, attended anything. Please go back. And go back. Let me tell the story as I want it. Don't you control the story for me. Please, please. Go back to the tricycle.
Yeah.
When we came into this business, in fact, I've gone to a place to pray, and God brought the idea of the waste management. I saw a very beautiful building used in collecting trash. I never understood it. I prayed over it. The Lord helped me, and I went to China to buy a T-shirt. I saw a tricycle on the street of China using collected trash, and I purchased one. I brought it to God. Everybody says this is impossible. You can't use tricycle to collect trash on the street of Accra. It's unethical. Never. So I said, they saw a filthy job, but the Lord opened my eyes to see the photo. Before I came into this business, there were about 19 contractors, big ones, and tricycle. The idea was, let's collect the trash. The Accra was filthy, throwing refuse everywhere. Let's collect the trash. That's the idea. Then it started developing. So I just want you to motivate you, please. What you are, you don't know the potential until you try to be intentional. Intentional means learning about it, studying about it, researching about it, educating yourself about it. Don't become just a blogger. An influential again. Because what you are doing, anybody can go to the bathroom and do the same. It's not different. You can start from your kitchen. But if you purpose your mind to go the extra mile. So when we started this tricycle, in 2006, the then President MVP government led by His Excellency President before brought in what we call National Youth Employment Program. National Youth Employment. It started in 2007. So I took the book and read into one of the models, and one of the models says the sanitation model, and they were going to use donkey carts to collect refuse. So I approached government and said, look, this is a donkey. This is a donkey. It's a type of donkey. How many donkeys can you get in Accra? Today, when you get the National Youth Employment Program document, you see it there. They were going to use donkey carts. I said, how many donkeys? So this is a simpler donkey. So simply use them. I have no idea about how to connect to government, how to use this. So I have an Indian friend who came to visit me. And he says, so just give the equipment to them on a management service contract. So the great people, you give the equipment to them, you manage them, and you utilize them. And that's how I got into a management service contract with the youth employment. Now, when we started this, still Accra was filthy. I said, so what was this? So I went to Zenith Bank and then took a room and buy trucks. I bought trucks. That's not changing, eh? Then after the trucks, I said, let me use what we were dumping the refuse on the street of Accra. And then also at parasites. So you go to Wager, there's a parrot, then you dump the refuse there. So starting from the tricycle, I never got satisfied. Then I escalated it to the trust, that let's get transport. Then I said, let me find out where are we dumping the waste? I found out that in politics, open areas, they were dumping. I said, how many lands can we get to occupy this space? Let me go extra mile to check what the waste is being used for. So I went to China and I said, I asked one of my partners, let me go and see what is the waste being used for. Then I located a plant where it is being used for recycling. I brought it back in. So please, never get satisfied with the level that you are today until you have explored and explored and explored. You continue to remain the same. This association, you must set up your clear objectives. What you want for your members, what you want every individual to aspire to be. It shouldn't be just an association where you come and meet every month and talk about it. No, you should have a high standard that by the year 2025, every member should be this. You should have a governance structure, how you govern the influencials, your way, your ethical method, what you are supposed, what you are not supposed to do. If you organize yourself in that manner, then you'll be tagged as a professional blogger. We have, in everything, you might have the opposite or the counterfeit. Note that in everything, you might have the opposite or the counterfeit. If they are professional doctors, there's a name that they have quack doctors, isn't it?
Yeah.
So everything you have fake, you have, but you distinguish the fake by the excellence you add on. So today we have a treatment plan. I said no, it's not a crowd. Myself, my team, let's go to more. We discuss it up and then we develop it up. We went to wastewater, we went to e-waste, we went so many things have evolved to get this together. What I'm just arriving your attention to is that there's the second level of whatever you have achieved. And until you have gone to the next level by determination and intentionality, you come where you are. Bill Gates makes a statement, and I like it. He says, if you are born poor, it's not a mistake. It might determine where you are giving birth. Your village in a remote area where there's no school, there's nothing. But if you die a poor person, it's a mistake. If you are born poor, it's not a mistake. But if you die a poor person, it's a mistake. That one is your own doing. You have chosen to die poor. Because if you are born poor, you can change the narrative by your determination and your positivity thinking. Please aspire to be a different person. And then the association come out of governance. There are so many associations that have been created and there are issues. Why? Because regulations and guidelines and things are not clear. Regulations, how we have to, the way we have to govern this association must be determined by the leaders. And then all of us assent our guidelines to it. That's why you see political parties have constitution. Whenever there are any confusion, they say, what does the constitution says? The constitution is the Bible, is the guideline. So chairman and president and secretary, please come out with guidelines clearly and don't allow any practices that is not part of the guidelines you step in. We must be guided by it. Members must be disciplined according to the tenets. And I'm telling you, all big organizations started the way you have started today. And they have grown up. So use the same formula to get there. And let me tell you, today, I just came from Tanzania. On the 28th, I was in Tanzania. This plant, we are discussing it in Tanzania. We are discussing it in Uganda. We are discussing it in Nigeria. We have office in Lagos as we speak. But it started as a farmer tricycle. It started as a farmer tricycle. We are in Angola now, we are in Liberia now. We are going, our idea is by the end of the year 2025, we will go to about 16 countries. We are already in 10 countries, 6 countries. And we are taking this Africa expansion project. If you look at it, so this is Nigeria. So, me, when you are insulting me in Ghana, I don't care. I'm going Nigeria, you think I'm in Ghana. I'm going Nigeria. I've crossed over here. I'm going outside. So my focus and attention is there. I'm at Uganda. I've left here, going somewhere. I've finished here, going somewhere. I'm in Kenya. But I started a one tricycle. It didn't have the idea of going to Kenya, but now it's in Kenya. Liberia, we are there. You see the point? So, I just came to inspire you that please, you are doing a good thing, move on. The digital media now is the space. Today, who will go and buy a paper and read? But your phone is with you 24 hours. Your phone is with you 24 hours. Every second you have a phone, you see in a vehicle, at hospital, when you meet somebody is on the sick bed, his phone is with you. His paper is not with you. His TV is not with you. So you are connected to a very big potential data. You don't have to estimate the potential. What you have, you are sitting on $1 billion potential. If you only recognize who you are. Don't let people brand you, but brand yourself. Brand yourself. Lift the bar. Study the next level of what this can be used for. See the point? So that you can achieve the best. When we started the treatment plan, compost plan, people were talking, no, this one cannot be, this one. Today it can become the norm. That refuse are not going to be dumped on the ground, and it has to be processed. And that's what we are taking to other countries. And through that, we are innovating, we are bringing so many things, we are studying. Anything we want to go into it, we all the team here have the idea that let's go to the next level. Next level. Anything we want to touch, we want to go to the next level. I want to show you, you all know Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg. Can we have the slide? You see, these guys, you all know the story, how they started. From the garage to the future of them. Today they earn millions and billions. Our population is 30 million. When you are doing something, you might not see the potential into it. But just take your mind beyond Ghana. When you take your mind beyond Ghana, then you can now think big things. When you take it within Ghana, you limit your potential. So, the annual income of the Gates is 4 billion. And then the income per second is 127. So what is your income per second?
300.
You should do your income per second. Every second, how much do you worth? So these are the motivation and thinking. Every second, how much do you worth? You must know your time. Facebook, $104 per second. Every second, how much? I don't know what me. I am never perceive. So one of us I know where to see where this one. Oh, really question. You have to take a lot of research, a lot of discussions, a lot of collaborations, a lot of exposure. Ghana ni ye duma baako a ɔte saa no bia betwa no. The Ghanaian naturally we are very complacent about what we have. We are satisfied. We don't want to go far. The Ghanaian culture. So you'll be there and then one day Ghanaians will come and do something different and take off. They started shopping malls. Ghana first started a shopping mall. I hear with you. And then, you know, now come and give me now. Because the way the Ghanaian is born and the culture, when he has something, complacency. Make sure that mind doesn't set into your brain. That you will always think, man, yet but true. Baby, I want to Obia travel. Obia travel. Where you are, somebody is gone 40 miles away. So where you are and you are boasting, somebody is gone. This is just a talk just to inspire you that you are on a good course. But go the extra mile. I want you to, you see, this association should be a very strong force that will beat the print media, the TV station, everything. They will even come into your space to come and ask for a space. They should come into your space, and if you look at it and see, and you ask some value to what you are doing, I bet you they will come and beg you to look for your space. Because today it's not about TV. The whole year, what the TV I watch was Nigerian film. Because by the time you go to your phone, you have all the information, live and current and past. Why do you have to go and sit down to read? It's gone. You have all the information. Within a twinkle of an eye, you have it. So our grandmothers and mothers, they watch TV. The young ones are gone. So you are in the space of the GZ, the young ones, and they constitute almost 70% of the population of Africa. You are there. Where you are right there. That is the target. That is where you have to go. But do it in a very professional way, in an excellent way, so that your attraction is always current. You don't come down. Go to the next line. Thinker. He's my guy. I study him. You see where he is now? For somebody to take a risk and promote and now choose himself to be government efficiency department. Now he is, as if he tells Trump to do this. You see what this guy has positioned himself. When you see the figures go around and say, the try to casual, and they say the yearly assets of 6 trillion a month, which is about what you want. Sika all pay any other question. But you use wisdom that you can cut costs. But as a smart businessman, it's not a cost. Now I say, let me see your treasury. He has opened the treasury. Now he has access to information of all man. Now, Obi a Ojuka course, maybe you know, see, ever course now I can go you, yeah, fine. And if you look at the business that is in the X-Space X, the space, the solar, everything specialized things. When they started Tesla, BMW, Benz, all of them thought that it was not going to work. Today look at it. That's how your thinking should be. Oh, Ghana, that's a Ghana, they are 30 million. I give you a easy to copy. It's very easy to copy. Well, it's oh yeah, there's a see, we are very busy. That they know Busu. A Busu are not even aside. It will not be surprised that within the next year, you are now 136. Within the next year, you will be 264. Obia Abbey, because you are the license. Do we take a license before we become a blogger? No, they are the license. Everybody. Then when everybody become a blogger, then you see the right and the wrong ones. So if you lift the bar, it also be very difficult for people to enter. If you lift the bar, it's very difficult. By your excellent work that you do, it's very difficult. People will come and chase you, but it's very difficult. As of today, anybody who wants to come into the mobile telecommunication space, you can meet MTN. MTN dia, ubeka. Saa so na wo ball e bi mo ma, what is so na dia ubeka. Ki dia na so be dis na. I get my money. Lift the bar so that it becomes very difficult for people to enter. Lift your standard as a blogger, it's very difficult for people to enter. Learn, continue to relearn, add more value. Don't just stay in and maintain where you are. You are a very big person, but it determines over how you position yourself, you brand yourself. I want to go to the next one. The futuristic project of Elon Musk. And I put there as far as you can see. See, if you want to see a very long distance, you see your eye, this your eye is connected to your brain. So anything that your eyes see, your eyes and your brain work together. So when you see things, then it quickly activates your brain. Then your brain or your mind will give you images. Then your images will come into your brain that this is the color. So when you are blind, you don't see. So when you don't see, it doesn't activate your brain. So close your eyes, let me see. You don't see. You see only darkness in your brain. Yes. I see the point. Yeah. So when you are in this way, open your eyes more. Pray to God for you to see things. But the more you see things, it activates your brain. And when it activates your brain, it quickly quickens your mindset. Then that causes you to dream and think about things more. So always allow God to open your eyes. You need more eyes. The more eyes is, the first eye is your physical eye. You are looking at what you are seeing. So that is limited. There's another eye that does not allow you to see it with your physical eye, but you see more things. And so someone like Elon Musk, he has several eyes. It comes by you taking. I chose to associate myself with you and support you because we are all youth. We need the Ghana that we have to build. But I'm being very patient with people who stay where they are. That one my colleagues will tell you. Once we finish this thing today, if I don't see new thing, I leave you. I always want to see fresh things. I want people who are taking, when they see me, say, we want to do this, say, we are doing this. I like that kind of stuff. So my friends and my associates will see that. When I come to you and you are talking about the old thing last week we discussed, I run away. Once I finish this discussion, it's off. Tomorrow I need a new thing. I always need new things. Always I'm charging them soon. I will not continue to where we are. We are now starting. We have to dream. We are now starting. We are now starting. So please, what will let me be more attractive to you is the new dimension of blogging. The new dimension. The new things you are adding on. Because what else is saying, you are over with them. you'll be outmoded easily. Whilst you are sleeping, there's a reason why God has connected the world with timelines and time zone. Whilst we are working, some others are sleeping. Others will also wake up whilst we are sleeping. We'll be able to do thing. You see, Donald Trump came in and says he has cancelled USAID. And Elon Musk called it a criminal organization. And African people are crying that, why has he cancelled it? And I said, oh, somebody got a mistake and he created USAID. And he has fed you for 40 years. One day his eyes have opened that I'm fooling myself. I have stopped. What is your cry? So all the years that he was feeding you, didn't you use that common sense to stabilize your own state? When will you call yourself a Ghana A? And remember that name. It is welcome. And then I can't have been welcome, baby. Or when I see on the Sika, also a guy, and it's so automatic. So we said that it can say that we are not obi engineer that could deliver about it. It was so now so one and the two. Also, the BHU, many fruit, climate change, but all not. So God is telling you that He has given a weather, a land space, and resources to every country. The way you utilize your resources, it will be beneficial to you. If you don't use your resources well, what you want is you. So the waste cycle is this. You see, the reason why I don't want to lure you to, let's say that, associate yourself with this. I'm just explaining what we are doing to you. And it's not to impose on you. No. Before we met you, we were doing it already. But I now want to share with you. I always say that waste, we don't advertise it. When it smells, you can't make it come and pick it. So I don't need you to advertise it. A one over from a boy, I just said, Bola, I don't need to advertise. When it smells, you call me to come and pick it. So the waste cycle is you store the waste. So waste is generated. So after this waste, you store it. Then you call Abubuya to come and haul it or transport it. Then if it's a very long distance, you transfer. The Abubuya people will take it to another point. And then you now go and treat or you landfill it or you place it somewhere. So this is a 360 cycle of the waste. Now, when we came into the environment, our focus was the waste management. But we have come to know that environment, anyone who really would do environmental issues very, very well, the spectrum of environmental issues is very broad. It is more and so when you associate yourself with the environment, it's very broad. It can lead you to so many things. People have columns that they are writing about environment, now climate change. Every year, Azerbaijan, the next year is Brazil. Every year, and we have environmental people that are talking about air pollution, so many things in the spectrum of environment. So it is one of the areas that can identify you, that can exclude. People who does that, you are doing social interventions. People get to know you by these social issues. So we from there upgraded. It's yen transfer back. Then we upgraded it to this one. Then 2008, we brought road sweepers. Why? We were trying to challenge the other countries, so we brought in road sweepers. Then, in 2008, South Africa had a tricycle, and they started Juma. We went to clean the stadium very neatly, all the four stadia, Accra, Takoradi, Accra, Cape Coast, Tamale, and Kumasi. We cleaned all the place. We brought in territorial. We started beautification. We went and imported flowers from Kenya and started planting it up on the street of Accra. So if we could have gotten more supportive beautification, like Ghana is now like a tourist center. So let's go to 2009. So then we introduced 2008. Introducing this tankers because we saw that the task force at the tankers time during Kwame Nkrumah time was working very well. So we introduced tankers. And then we took some of the young ladies also into them. We brought in freebie. You started to check one and chasing free. Just get it in front of your house and let it be very neat or please. We started doing this. It's not here. For them to get a bit free at home. Then 2009, we started beach cleaning and afforestation. Started now because we thought it was employment generation support. Then 2010, we went to Angola. As part of Ghana, 2008, a movie in Angola, say I have stadium better. We can also go and do the same thing. So we went to Angola and then we did similar thing there. 2011, we started treatment plant. It's every year there's something new. We don't stick to one. We started celebrity engagement. We brought musicians and other things to bring out a change, the mindset of Ghanaians about the culture. And then we did assembly members sanitation task force, and then we bring in a sanitation improvement package. This all everything. I don't because you give me you might also say you need waste management institute with clear interest and buyer, and then we set up a facility to train assemblymen and other things. Medical waste and then transfer stations. We brought all. Then dredging. The 2015 disaster that happened at Circle, access to bring the dredging, and then since 2015 I did dredging, I started grading and dredging calling up to date, no disaster. In Swat because of the constant dredging. Then we released it, we brought in more trucks, more equipment. Trucks will be Ghana. The waste management, your trust is in the country, the Amako, Papa Uganda, Papa Liberia, Makota, you will see you. And then we were discharging liquid waste into the sea. So Ghana was termed as the dirtiest country in the world. We went and stopped it by directing it into the sea. We diverted it now. It's being treated clean water before it discharged into the sea. And then the Abobo young people to that were traveling on the motorway and putting it off to introduce a transfer station. We have designed a roadmap for Accra to last for 50 years. Wow. For the next 50 years, Accra shouldn't face a challenge of where to dump refuse. So we have zoned all the country, the city of Accra, where refuse transfer stations or treatment sites should be. And that's the transfer station. Just go ahead. And then we started training. Okay, that's good. That's the transfer station commission. And then we started digitizing the houses with the bill. So when we give you the bill free, we put RFID code there to just identify the house that we give the bill. So that you can come and pick the refuse. Please be faster. Is that all? So 2006, we started this. Go to the next one. In 2007, we have yearly what we do every year. That's why I say that I can't stick to one thing. So 2006,
first of all, I want to thank you for the insight, for the motivation, the inspiration. Business plans for me, I'm being motivated. As I sit here, I'm thinking of the next move I should. I've been challenged enough to think, to move from where I am now. I hope each one of us here will be motivated like that. Chairman, I have a proposal for your account personally to take me to the other level. I want to reiterate some of the things that Chairman said that goes with what we do. There's a lot of, what we do runs very fast. Next day, there's an app that is showing you how to edit video. Somebody has introduced something that is making it even better than that old app. So if there's anybody who should think faster, it shouldn't even be doctor, it should be us. Because where we are, the things we do, it runs so fast. There's always something new. And you don't even have to think hard. There's something new that people are doing that you can learn from, that you can develop to grow what we're doing. So that is one thing that I took from Chairman's speech. And then another thing that I also took is to do something new every year. It means that we have to have targets. Said, this 2025, what do we have to achieve as a brand, as a Conconsa, as Sambike, as Blagoji, as Tina? What are we going to do from January to December? What are we going to do to be able to sit in 2026 and say, I've been able to achieve it, or even halfway through it? I know that most of us, we just wake up and wait for the next call to come to invite us to the next event, and then we go and cover, and then cycle runs like that. But I think that we should set goals, yearly goals, that 2025, I want to have 10 cameras, I want to have the highest definition phone, I want to do this, that's something that I took that I want to still repeat for us to keep it in our head to help what we do. And then thirdly, is to not to be scared to do new things. Because as the chairman said, we are very complacent. We are very okay because when we compare the money we are making, there's more than some bank manager. So we think it's okay. But we can get more. We can get 10 times what we are getting now if we think and develop what we do. So that's also another thing that I also took from chairman. Before any other question comes up, I would also want to draw chairman's attention that if there's any media organization that he has to pay attention to, that he has to work with on a daily basis, is the New Media Association of Ghana. Because we have results, we give results, we show results. We don't just post and go. We can let you know that what we are doing, what you asked us to post, this is the feedback we are getting. We can give it to you instantly, timely. So there's a lot we can do as Zoom Lion and as New Media Association. So I want Chairman to also put that down, so that and then my members too, if there's anything that is coming from Zoom Lion, now we are associates, we are partners. Let's also give it a listening ear. Let's pay attention to it more and help push Chairman as he also pushes us. Thank you very much.
What are the other ways that we can be able to leverage or to be able to project or get seed money to invest in our?
Let's clap for this man. This is an excellent thing. I started as a street trader. I was carrying books on my head at Bokala and was selling. I started also as a commissioner agent, whereby I would go to schools, offices, take stationery orders, let's say purchases. Then I'll go to the manufacturers who manufacture and then connect them to the purchaser. They say, sir, I've gone to this school. They say they need 1,000 disciples. So if you can go and supply, then give me commission. So I became a commissioner agent. That's how I started my life. I go take orders, go to the school, be very transparent, connect the school to the supplier, and they give me commission. And then I started to build in capital before I started. So life, when you have seen a very big opportunity to enter, where your strength cannot enable you, you do what we call connectivity. So what do you have? You package all your proposal. That is where I want to be, but I am here. Now, what is the vehicle that can take me to? So you look at what are the resources. Some of the resources are equipment. How much does the equipment cost? How much does the effort cost? You complete all. Where can I get the equipment? I can get the equipment here. At what cost or what equity? So you can say, look, equipment supplier, I can give you equity X in the business. Come and bring your asset as equity. Resources, come, I can give you equity. So you become also an equity holder. By the time you look at it, you have formed a consortium and it will jump you from that. If you look at Facebook, all of them are equity partners. It was even Microsoft who gave Apple 150 million to survive. Apple, Microsoft is an equity holder. The whites understand equity and partnership. Africa, we don't want. Africa will hold him there until he die with it. And his coffin will be beside it. Then he says, I'm a champion. Africa will be the money I didn't call you, or be one that, or be just or be more equity or blessing. But in this morning, where that is it. Finances are becoming quite challenging and difficult. So partnership, even if anybody come today, we want to partner us, we'll give it out. We can't do all. We can't do all of them. You have to give something out. The more you are going higher, you are dropping certain things so that you can go higher. If you don't drop it, you can go. So equity partnership, you can package some of these things. See some people who are growing, associate yourself with them, let them understand. They take equity, you ride on, you move on. You don't carry stress. You don't carry thinking. It's stressful. How can I do this? No. God has made it very possible that you have your hand, somebody have your leg, somebody have your tail, then you are moving out. You can't have all. So partnership and packaging is the right way to go.
So there should be like a conscious effort to amplify it. And I think that for all of us here, as colleagues, you can collaborate with us so that when you're moving to institutions like this, we can also amplify the work that you're doing. Lastly, for me, I also got disappointed. I know my friends are taking videos. I was disappointed during the vetting committee because I think you have to pay attention to this. When they were actually vetting Honorable Sam George, his position is Minister of Communication and Digital Technology. And so I was expecting a lot of questions with regards to how he was actually going to use his position to bridge the gap between the digital space, Ghana, and the rest of the world. The digital world, we can never run away from it. But it looks as if we've been left out. So like the big man said, I think that all of us here, apart from we meeting here, let's plead with him if he can give us this space so that quarterly, annually, monthly, we can have a meeting like this so that we can have like a stakeholder meeting, even invite people, governments, private sectors to come and sit here so that we can also share what we need to change because we can set an agenda. There's agenda setting. All of us here, if we should post that something, this product is good, all of us here at a go, it is going to go far. So the power that we hold, we need to change the narrative. Thank you.
We have already spoken to the chairman about the venue for the meeting. So yes, that has been dealt with. The chairman has agreed, whether he has agreed or not. I've agreed. We have AH Hotel conference room for our meetings and for us to meet.
No problem at all. No problem.
Thank you very much. And then secondly, the St. George issue, if the executives will speak to you, we are already making steps to us people seeing in the office and also introduce ourselves to. Sometimes we don't want to act like they know and they are not minding us. We act like they don't know us, they haven't heard of us, so we go to them and tell them that where you are is where we fall, so that we can partner and work together. So thank you very much. Chairman, if you can take
Use the word like that. The creativity, education. You have to understand what you are putting down. So if you put anything without understanding, if somebody come and pays you, go and do this thing for me and you are doing it, you are selling your pride. You have to understand what you are putting. You see, because it sells you. If it's a bad thing, it sells you. So you have to understand. So learn about it. Be very educative about it. Innovate and create. You see, and then he was carried from here to the US to speak because of one thing that he has been doing. So I think the education part, I think we should have, that's why I said that we should have a regulation and guidelines. If you are starting, then when you are starting young like this, normally people think that when you go to government, you can get easy access and information and support. No. When you brand yourself, you become attractive to them. They will come and search for you. I like that. Anything that I've done with government, I always initiate it. Then before this, I don't take proposals to government. No, they will steal it. They will steal it to another person. Your ideas, when you have finished everything, there is a minister, this is my proposal. No. I will do the commission as a minister, come and commission. So, package yourself well. Before you are going to St. George, package yourself well. Brand yourself well. When you become very, very influential, St. George will look for you. That is how you should tell. Not that you are going to solicit for support. That's something that we should have a new guideline, a new regulation, which even have compartment of about 6 people are doing that great. As my committee said, 5 people are doing this, 7 people are doing this, 8 people. If we have that compartment, you see the point? And then we have a regulatory how the revenue will come, and I'm telling you, you become a consortium of influential space that when you move, everybody will have to attract to you. When you move, everybody. So with all what has been done, now have your assessment and then look at your potential and get it right. I have this slide, just a minute. You say Ghana is blessed, it's a blessed nation for abundant natural resources. So we have this country. So when anybody tells you you're going to get exchange, you can't understand it. Because I just came from Uganda. Uganda hasn't got, it's a landlocked, no port. Ghana, we have two, Takoradi and Tema. Uganda, only port. Only Nairobi. No matter about 7 hours, but their inflation is 3%. Uganda doesn't import tomatoes, vegetables. They eat what they grow. They are 46 million population. Yeah, 30. I'm telling you, it has the potential to lead Ghana to a fortune of glory. I didn't offer to say waste. I am misplaced resource. Everything here can be sorted out and turned to be good. That's how God has prepared. Nothing in the world is a liability. Nothing. There's not any human being who is a liability in the world. That's because everyone, as far as you came from your mother's womb, it's not because your parents chose to have a child. That's why you were born. You were born for a destiny. Not that your mother and father wanted to have a child. That's why you are born. Once you have come from the womb of a woman and you are like this, then you are a destined person. You have to have it in that mind.
I want to commend the delegates for putting this together, and then Dr. Siaw too for accepting to inspire us with this conference. First of all, I want to ask, I've been seeing this youth volunteer group online. Although they are creating content for themselves, they're also helping to solve some of the sanitation problems. They call themselves Basket Boys. So far, I've seen people like Shatawale and other benevolent societies donating to them to support them to, enhance their work. I haven't seen Zoom Lion any collaboration yet from them. I don't know whether it has happened.
No, please.
So I haven't seen. So if it has happened, then I think we need to sometimes, when it's going to happen, we need to get in contact with us so that we amplify it for people to also know. And then another thing I want to ask, this one is a personal question to Dr. Siaw. I want to know your biggest fear while starting Zoom Live.
Okay, fear. Whilst I was starting Zoom Live, one was a fear because I came with a mind of tricycle. Let me start. So I started with tricycle, manual tricycle, and started collecting. And then when they got into the youth employment program by government, I got masses to produce more tricycles for them to use to collect waste. Then when it was moving, I got to know that you have to add trucks, so I added trucks. Then when it goes to the trucks, I said let me go to the treatment plant. So I got into the trucks and the treatment plant. I would say that to put it in the context, the challenges that I have been encountering. So the challenges is that some say that when a government change comes in, some people would think that I came from this party, so party A, then another one will say I'm party B. But now I've crossed over. I've gone to party A, party B, and party C. So I'm now in the So the only thing is that, you see, in business you always face challenges. But challenges is the precursor of success. When it comes, it tells you that it gives you strength and energy, then you move to the next level. You understand? So you first challenge, it strengthens you and brings rigidity, then you move to the next level. If you don't face challenges in business, you don't grow. So all criticisms that anybody will give to Zoom Lion. So this milestone voices, I asked my team to engage them. so that we come together with them. We'll even give them the resources. Because we see them with trucks and other things. You don't use trucks to collect refuse. But it's good. We will support them, give them equipment, and support them to grow better. So it's something that by next week, this next week, we will call them. If you have, you've engaged them, man.
Yes, we have engaged them.
You have called them
twice, and Morgan here has supervised the collaboration with them.
Okay.
NKD Fashions, who is also a staff of Zoom Lion, has requested for support from us to collaborate with them as NKD. So we have been working with them. One thing, I have not received any feedback from them yet. But one thing I have noticed is that a lot of people give them support. But looking at waste management, having been in it through the support of chairman for nearly 2 decades, I know it is capital intensive. The support that people are giving them, ask yourselves, is it sustainable?
No.
And compare that with the capital intensive inputs that Zoom Lion brings on board. So if they are not giving any feedback, when we get the opportunity to collaborate with them, we publicize it. And we publicize it as far as you guys can carry it to. I'm not surprised he has not heard it.
Okay, what to do is that, I think that they are also enforced, like this manual tricycles. This manual tricycle, we started it, and the people are coming. So we've given them a lot. I really give them the tricycles and pay over a period of time to be, they own it themselves. So we will give you, let's say, 2 years, work and pay. So we will be work and pay. So what to do is that if you have these bus stoppers, you can bring them. Because you see, what they are doing is, let's say, a social activity, which is quite good for us to train them. So this is the red line. Zoom Lion provide tricycles, logistics, brooms, shovels, and everything. Then government bring the people. The people are not our people. Government bring them. What we do is clothe them, give them only boots, no smarts to work. So the connectivity of the Zoom Lion model of operation is like a security of G4. When you go to security G4 will charge you 1,200 for one security at his gate. You understand? Then you pay the money to G4, and the G4 will pay, let's say, 400 or something to the security person. It's not what you give to G4, it's what. In our case, the logistics and everything has been calculated to be 600. And government determines how much he pays the worker. When we started in 2006, it was for 50 cities. 50 cities. In 2006, it was for 50 cities. Government was paying them directly. We were not paying them. We were charging 200 cities for the logistics and the consumables, the routes they use, the nose mask they use, and their daily constant changing consumables. So we were charging 200 cities, and government was paying them 50 cities. In 2011, the government is paying them frequently will be a challenge, so we should absorb the payment. So we pre-finance the payment, and the government pay us. But we don't determine how much we pay the employees. It's always government. You understand? It's always government. So we pay they pay us logistics, and then they pay the 250. And then you work for maximum 4 hours. You start from 6, 10, you are closed. Then you go and do other businesses. I just came from Nigeria. It's the same model that they are paying. They even work from 7 to 12. And they pay them the same payment. So it is not a cheat. It's not that. Have we ever heard from government that they gave Zoom Lion 1,000 that we should pay to the workers and we have taken the money? Have you heard it? No time.
I have a follow-up. So
I want us to kind of agree that so the 200 cedis is fair.
The 250, when you look at, let me tell you, when you look at the minimum wage, the minimum wage is how much? 19.7. Calculate 19.7 by 4 hours and see the equation, whether it's a cheat. You understand? So if you look at the 4 hours, and this is 254 cedis, 4 hours job. It's not a whole day. It's not 8 hours. It's 4 hours. You understand? 4 hours. But because of certain people's media and parochial interest, evil interest, they connect the thing to the 8 hours job and you're paying 250. It's 4 hours job. And so do the connectivity of a minimum wage of a month or a day and use the 4 hours to connect to it and see whether it's a cheat. You sweep a place just for 4 hours and you go. You don't shoot for 8 hours. And in any case, Zoom Lion does not determine the value. It's always government who determines the price.
So we assess that it's fair. Okay, my follow-up. And also the monies have been delayed a couple of times. So how about that?
My customer gives me and I release.
But you're a middleman, so maybe you could lobby or maybe stop the contract if it's not beneficial.
In fact, what you're asking, you see, we started from 2006 up to 2024. But we even sometimes overpay them up to the end of the year. It was only last year. And last year, we have Ghana, we all know financial issues. So for 18 years and 17 years, I've scored 90%, and 1 year is a challenge. I think I'm fair to be understood.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You sweep a place just for 4 hours and you go. You don't shoot for 8 hours. And in any case, Zoom Lion does not determine the value. It's always government who determines the price.
So we assess that it's fair. Okay, my follow-up. And also the monies have been delayed a couple of times. So how about that?
My customer gives me and I release.
But you're a middleman, so maybe you could lobby or maybe stop the contract if it's not beneficial.
In fact, what you're asking, you see, we started from 2006 up to 2024. But we even sometimes overpay them up to the end of the year. It was only last year. And last year, we have Ghana, we all know financial issues. So for 18 years and 17 years, I've scored 90%, and 1 year is a challenge. I think I'm fair to be understood.
Thank you.